Okay, well, hello. I'm Georgia Neekin, and I'm the practitioner for the Center for Spiritual Living White Rock. And it's such a pleasure to be with everybody today. And we welcome back our fantastic musicians, Beverly Elliott and accompanied by Chris Nolan. Beverly grew up watching the Carol Burnett show and dreaming of being on TV. And for the past 30 years, she's been based in Vancouver in over 100 film and TV credits. If you see her face, you go, I know that face. She's a successful singer-songwriter. She describes her music as earthy, inspiring music with a pop twist. She's released 4 CDs, 2 for children, and her children's CDs have been used to soothe sick kids at children's health care facilities at the Ronald McDonald House in Canuck Place. And Chris Nolan is an actor and musician who's been working in the entertainment industry for the past 15 years. He played in his original funk band, Foundation, for several years and has been recently writing music and performing with Beverly. So take it away, guys.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. This is a song that I wrote, and I wrote with another woman, and it's called Wake Up. So hopefully it just inspires every cell in your body to start coming alive and welcome this amazing day that's before us. Please sing along if you want. Wake up, wake up. There's a new day waiting here. Wake up, wake up. Let possibilities appear. Turn your empty glass into an overflowing cup. Wake up, wake up. Let go. Let go, let go of everything you think you know. Let go, let go. Gotta make some room to grow. Ball up all your fears and toss them far as you can throw. Let go, let go. 'Cause you've got nothing to lose and nothing that you've got to prove. And you know better than anybody what you got to do. Move on, move on. Put your feet on solid ground. Move on, move on. Take a look at what's around. There is love in every heart you look upon. Move on, move on. Right now. Right now, right now is all we really know we have. Right now, right now. Accept the good, accept the bad. Love is on your side and love will always win somehow. Right now, right now. 'Cause you've got nothing to lose and nothing that you've got to prove. And you know better than anybody what you got to do. Wake up, yes. Wake up, wake up. There's a new day waiting here. Wake up, wake up. Let possibilities appear. Turn your empty glass into an overflowing cup. Wake up, wake up. There's a brand new sunny day. Wake up, wake up. Gonna throw those fears away. Wake up, wake up. Wake up, wake up. There's a brand new sunny day. Wake up, wake up. Gonna throw those fears away. Wake up, wake up. One more. Wake up, wake up.
Yay.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Beverly and Chris. What a wonderful performance. We know you're both accomplished actors and songwriters and would like to share with our people the best way to find out more about your music and where else you're performing. So look for information on Beverly and Chris in our chat. I think they're going to type it right into the chat. And yeah, so just watch for it there. And if it doesn't come up, we'll make sure it's there before the end of this time. Now, I'd like to offer a warm welcome to all of our first-time guests. Let us know in the chat who and where you are Zooming from today. I'm coming in from Pitt Meadows and with my husband Norm and my daughter Jackie. And as we begin our gathering today, as settlers on this land, we are honored to live and operate in the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Coast Salish peoples. We thank the First Peoples who continue to live on these lands and care for them along with the waters and all that is above and below. At CSL White Rock, we are an inclusive spiritual community and learning center. We teach spiritual principles and offer tools to use in all areas of our lives on a regular and consistent basis. When we live by principle, life flows easier. Choices are clear. Seeming miracles are everyday occurrences. There's a wonder in every day just waiting for us all to live it. So let's start today. So I want to welcome our fantastic speaker today, Rev. Savanna Noelle. Savanna, we've heard you many times, and I've got my daughter here and my husband, we're major groupies. I just want to tell you, it's our pleasure to welcome you back as our guest speaker today. Savanna started her spiritual path at the tender age of 16. Whoa, like I barely knew how to get dressed properly at 16, and continue to become a remarkable and very dynamic minister. She served as staff minister in spiritual communities since 2014. She continues to lead retreats, teach, speak in communities throughout the US and the world. I know she has a terrific Facebook page. She has a huge following. You can check her out. She is on Instagram, all kinds of things. So you can really find out what she's up to. She's always got something brewing and cooking and teaching and sharing. Her wisdom and knowledge is incredible. So she's on all social media. So please check out those places if you want to find out what she's up to. She currently resides in Seattle. And please join me in saying, welcome to Savanna Noelle. Right, thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. What a great introduction. And I have to say, you all choose the best musicians. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. It's always good as a speaker to have the music kind of hold the container. It's an energy that moves, and it really helps me with the launching off point. So thank you so much for that. So today's talk is all about seeing the truth beyond appearance. I love your community. I'm so glad that you welcomed me back here. And one of the things that's most special to me about speaking and all the various places that I go, especially online, is that I get to make connections that otherwise I would not have made in person. And I think that that's what spiritual community is about. We do have the brick and mortar communities, but this has allowed me to really get to know all of you in a very personal way on these calls. So I appreciate it. I hope that we continue to include the hybrid model in everything that we do. And one of the greatest things, I think, as metaphysicians, that we're called to see and to know beyond what our present circumstances might be, I would say, is to see the truth beyond the appearance. This is what the basics, the foundations of the science of mind teaching are about. I would say it's one of the hardest things, however, in terms of our worldview, to see the truth sometimes beyond what is actually happening in our lives, because it's not popular thinking. To many, when we say, I'm going to focus on what I wish to see, some people would say, well, that's just wishful thinking. That's not reality. And I'm sure you've experienced this as I have. Over the last 20 years, many people have said, oh, well, you're part of that airy-fairy philosophy or that woo-woo new age thing, right? But I think as religious scientists, we are continually asked as good students to return to that beginner's mind. When we're faced with an obstacle or a question or a challenge, We always come back to the basics, no matter how many years you have been steeped in this philosophy. And what that says is that everything that is going on in the world of effect is the activity of God, of the divine. Or if you don't like the word God, you could use something else. But everything that's happening, despite the conditions of the world, we have within us this power to transform anything by the power of our intention, our thought, and our feeling, by our consciousness. And yes, I know, how could it all be good? These are really big questions that we get to ponder. We also know that consciousness is cause. It is the back of everything. And so when I am in the middle of an obstacle, I always start there. It seems to a lot of people, as I said before, that it's airy-fairy and that it's unwise, but that is why this is a practice. That's why this is a science. It is why we ask our students to experiment with our new thought teaching and to test for themselves the validity of how it is actually working or not working in their lives. I can count the number of times in my minister meetings when I was with Amazing Grace Spiritual Center here in Seattle, where we were having to look at the condition, at this pandemic, the senior minister's retirement, the unknowns about all of it, and at the same time, continue to hold the high watch, to continue to know the truth, that something powerful was unfolding, that there was a reason for all of this, that there was a reason that I got here 2 weeks before the pandemic hit and all of our world changed, right? We just don't always get to know the reason sometimes right in the midst of it. One of my goals in every single talk that I give is the goal of relevancy, to make this new thought teaching accessible to more people through prayer and practice and relevancy, by coming back to a moral and a spiritual imperative, which guides our practices, our policies, the stands that we have for social causes in the world, where shared resources is the norm, where kindness and empathy exists in all of our dialogues.